Howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here. It is October 30th, 2015, Friday afternoon. It is about a quarter after noon right now here in Wyoming. And let's see how warm it is. Right now it's 50 degrees. High will be 55 and the low will be 35. This says it's 50 degrees, but the real feel temperature is 44. I don't care. The sun's out. It's bright and sunny, and that's all I care about. And yes, I know you all are shocked because I actually did my makeup for a change. I put my contacts in. I even got a bra on. Because this woman don't give up. And I'm not ever giving up. On life. On me. On making my life as good as possible. No matter what. You guys know everything that happened yesterday if you watched my 2 previous videos. This morning, my husband, we talked for a very long time. We decided that we would no longer pursue me having weight loss surgery. There's too many indicators where I live right now that it probably wouldn't be a safe thing to do. You know, my surgeon was in such a rush the last time he saw me, he didn't even go over my medications. He didn't go over the fact that I take aspirin. He didn't go over when I should stop any medication before surgery, especially the aspirin. I could bleed out. That's not very comforting. It's kind of like everybody got all of a sudden in such a rush that all they saw was dollar signs instead of me as a person. Like I said, the hospital completely dropped the ball. I don't like this hospital here, and it's the only hospital that he does surgery at. They infected me with a staph infection when I gave birth to my first child. I have now fought that for 32 years. It has cost me surgery after surgery. It has cost me to be in the ICU before. PICC lines, IV antibiotics. I have battled this off and on for 32 years. Massive amounts of antibiotics, prednisone, etc. were affected my breasts, were affected my kidneys. Made it where my immune system is just so damaged that it makes it almost it makes it impossible to work outside the home. Because I always get sick right away. It cost me my teeth because of all the years of the prednisone and the antibiotics took their toll on my teeth. And I took phenomenal care of my teeth. And then all of a sudden they just all broke off. And, so, you know, and I mean, this hospital has misdiagnosed me so many times with their doctors and stuff. One point in time they told me I had ovarian cancer, which I didn't have, and etc., etc., etc. I could go on. My husband will tell you, for years I have battled chronic infections in my lungs, in my breasts, in my kidneys, you know. So, you know, my husband's been having, we go a lot by our premonitions, and I've been having a gut feeling that maybe this wasn't safe for me to do and wasn't the right thing at this point in time. My husband's had some very bad nightmares where I've died on the table. I'm going to go with that. Weight loss surgery is great for some people. But if it was great for everybody, everybody would have it. I'm not saying I won't ever have it. I don't know if I will or not. But I won't have it here where I live. You know, maybe when I get to Florida, get some different insurance where not living in a state that is so behind the times. Wyoming is everybody will tell you, 20 years behind the time of everybody else. So that probably leads you guys to wonder, so what about now? Well, I'm going to stay on eating healthy, watching my carbs, eating sugar-free, few carbs, lean protein, non-starchy vegetables. With the exception of the basic diet plan they gave me, is a short term to show weight loss for the insurance. So instead of just getting 2 carbs a day, I am going to up that to 4, because 2, I am just way too hungry, and psychologically that's really messing with me. I do have a long history. See, and this is another thing that bothers me. You have to lie to pass a psych evaluation. You have to say that you have never had any eating disorders. Duh! Look at somebody who's wanting weight loss surgery. Obviously, we have some kind of an eating disorder. But you also have to lie and say you've never been bulimic. You've never been anorexic. I have a history of bulimia that started in high school, that has gone on until about the year 2000. And how I cope with that, because I feel so much pressure if I'm trying to lose weight and I feel like people are looking at me. And it triggers a whole bunch of things. I won't go into the whole, sometime I'll go into the whole history of like how I was raised with my mother and her on my ass with my weight and all of the psychological ramifications, etc. Giving a Reader's Digest version so you don't fall asleep on me. But, so you have to lie and say you've never had an eating disorder. Okay, now I know that I don't do well being told, no, I can't ever have anything ever again. That's just the type of person I am. That totally has to be my choice. Kind of like when I quit smoking, that's my choice. But I vape because that still feels like smoking to me, even though there's no nicotine. I still vape. So that feels like I can still, that hand-to-mouth sensation that I'm still smoking. So, like I said, I'm going to up my carbs to 4 carbs a day. I'm going to allow myself to have 1 or 2 servings of fruit, because I haven't been able to have any fruit either for 7 months. And I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to work on being more physically active. And I think that's the whole key for me, is to make sure and to make myself ride that recumbent bike every day, even if it's 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening, and then just keep upping the time. But no, I'm not giving up. If it takes me 2-3 years to lose the weight, it does. I have lost the weight before. My husband can tell you this. My children can tell you this. Other people that know me in my community can tell you this, that remember that I have lost all the weight before. And I kept it off for a good number of years. And then a number of things happened in our personal life, and my depression came back, and my bulimia came back, and then how I coped with all of that was to self-soothe and just to, I go from one extreme of the spectrum to the other. Either I'm bulimic and I feel like I'm punishing myself, or I just let myself go crazy, and I'm finding a happy medium. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still going to support my friends that have had weight loss surgery. I have a number of them that had different types of weight loss surgery, and I'm very supportive of them, just as I expect them to be respectful and supportive of my decision at this point in time in my life. We're all on different journeys. Also, my husband's a diabetic, and So we have to basically eat diabetically healthy anyway. So, you know, it's like last night I did buy a little baking stuff. It's fall time. I love to bake. Now, I bake in very small quantities now. I bake sugar-free. But we enjoy that. It's pumpkin season. I told my husband last night, we did go out to dinner because I haven't had anything really to eat, and, you know. So we did go out to dinner, and my stomach has shrunk down on its own, and I didn't eat but maybe even half. We had like, it was a plate of like 3 small enchiladas, and I only ate 1.5 enchiladas. We brought the other 1.5 home, and he ate them later last night. I just, I don't want to stretch my stomach back out. I do want to continue to lose weight. But then we stopped at the store because he goes, you don't have any popcorn. Because he knows occasionally I like to have some popcorn, like everybody does. And I said, well, I haven't had, it's pumpkin season, and I haven't had anything pumpkin-wise. I haven't made any pumpkin bread. Well, I made some a while back, but I didn't have any, But, I haven't made any pumpkin cookies, sugar-free cookies. I haven't made any kind of bread for him in so long, And what happened is because, I've always loved to cook and especially bake. Is now when I bake, he'll tend to eat a little too much of it because he doesn't get it very often. Whereas if I just, if we had some, he would just once in a while have like a cookie. So, we did get a little bit of baking stuff. I found some wonderful salted caramel baking chips. No, those aren't sugar-free, but I'll put just a few in. And I got some semi-sweet chocolate chips. We got some flour. I have the Blvd. I like to bake with this Blvd mix. I'm going to bake a little bit. But, I need to get back to life. Need to get back to me. My husband and I like to cook together, and it's really hard when he can't even talk to me about cooking anything, because I'm like, don't talk to me about food. I'm not looking to be real thin. I'm just looking to be healthier. At my age and stuff, I'm just looking to be healthier. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on that. And one of the things I'm going to work on, and one of the things that's so sad is, we sit and we wait. And we sit and we wait, and we don't take care of ourselves like we should. That's why this morning I said, you know what? Put your contacts in. Do your damn makeup. Put a bra on. Because, yeah, I get dressed every day, but normally I don't have a bra on. So then I'm afraid if anybody comes to the door, because I'm like, crap, Because I'm very big-chested. I always have been. And so, the girls need to be holstered. And it's like, just, put your bra on. Put your contacts in. Put a little bit of makeup on. This is about as much makeup as I ever wear. I kind of like more of a natural look. I only use the Bare Essential, the mineral, the Bare Minerals or whatever it's called. I don't know. It's all, I don't use liquid foundation or anything. It's all powdered. But it's like, don't discount yourself, no matter what size you are. Don't let people put you down. I'm going to stop being so afraid of what other people think of me. I'm not. Obviously you guys know that, but I get very shy when I'm out in public, because people look at you in disgust, and it's like, who says I like how they look? I think everybody's beautiful. What makes them ugly is how they act and the hatred they portray. So, you know, I'm just gonna work on me, do me. I'm gonna keep building my business with the crocheting and looming. We're gonna still move. I think it's going to be much easier once we move because, you know, the price of produce here in Wyoming and the availability and the selection sucks poo. Always has. Once I can get fresh produce, I mean all those orchards, and farms. You know, we were looking not too long ago, and you know we can go pick your own berries and everything, and then you know the seafood markets, the farmers markets and stuff. You know, and just getting out and doing more. So that's what we're doing. Want to go to Walmart tonight? See if my husband will take me to Walmart tonight. I want to get him some glucose pills just so we have them. What else did I want to get? I want to get a few sweet potatoes. I like to make those with my oven fried potatoes. Excuse me. I like to do like half and half mix. Like get some more produce. Want to get a few wax melts because they're cheaper there. Just like get out of the house a little bit more. But anyway, so that's what my plan is. I'm not giving up. I probably will. I'm gonna keep my other channel, my weight loss channel, because it's, you know, it's just about healthier lifestyle. So, I won't bore you guys to death with that. Want to do some more cooking. I missed the cooking. Really missed the cooking. So, I'm going to do that, and that's about it. So I'm going to get ready to have lunch. I'm hungry. All I've had today is a banana. It was so nice to have a piece of fruit. I got to tell you guys. It was so nice. I was so happy to have that banana. When you haven't had any fruit, I think I've had maybe 2 bananas and a little bit of watermelon in 7 months. I mean, like a little soup bowl of watermelon. That's it in 7 months. That's just silly. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I'm not giving up. And I appreciate everybody and everything they've done. I did hear back from the Weight Loss Surgery Foundation or something. And it takes 6 to 12 months for a grant. And we're not willing to wait that long. And, you know, but I appreciate it. I'll keep that for future reference if I decide to go that route. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know that I'm doing well, and I appreciate everybody's love and support. You guys were just fantastic yesterday. So many people reached out in so many different ways, and I just love you guys for it. I think you guys are awesome, and I will talk to you tomorrow.